everyone, it is Misty and I'm here with Natalie. Of course, it is double take week.
That's right. We have two great quilts today and we are focused on the grand square block.
That's right. That was our inspiration. And so we have two fun new designs to share with you. I think you're going to like them.
Yeah. And Misty, I think you're up first.
All right, let's do it. So this is my quilt that you see behind me. I'm calling it Swivel, and if you're familiar with the original grand square, it's just a solid square in the middle and it used to kind of border the outside. I took this little secondary block here and used it to make this friendship star in the middle. It's a lot of fun to make and a really quick block.
I love the light blue background that you used. I think it's so fun when we can bring in another color or a print.
Yeah, I just was really happy with how that one worked with this.
Yeah,
and so
it adds a bit of interest.
Exactly. So to make this quilt, you're going to need one package of 10-inch squares, and I use this beautiful collection called Sunset Cottage by Stephanie Organas for Andover. This pretty background fabric I used is called Peppercorn Sea Glass, and you are going to need 4 3/4 yards of that. That includes your first little inner border. Your outer border, you'll need 1.5 yards. And for your backing, you need 8 3/4 yards with vertical seams or 2 5/8 of a 108. So let me show you how to make it. So this is the block we're gonna be making for my quilt today. Super, super simple. And so the first thing you're gonna do is we're gonna cut our entire package of 10-inch squares the exact same way. And so I'm going to start by cutting a 5-inch strip off of one side here. There we go. And I'll subcut one into a 5-inch square that will then cut into 4 2.5-inch squares. Make sure my fabric stays straight.
Yeah, you could stack them up too if you wanted to.
That's true. I've already got it laid out here, so I'll just stick with it.
Nice.
There we go. So then I've got those 4 ready to go. And then this square, I'm going to trim down to 4.5. So I'm just going to put one corner of my ruler here on this edge and then trim off this little overhang.
Nice and easy.
Yep, this will be the center of our block. And so then this last section, I'm going to trim down to 4.5.
Oh, smart.
And then subcut into 2.5-inch rectangles.
Nice.
And we'll need 4 of those, so you will need the full length of that 10-inch square. So very little waste. You use pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
This has been such a fun block to play with. It's very, very easy, I think, very beginner friendly, but also very versatile. I think you can make a lot of really cool things.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And so there is our print cuts. That's what we're going to do for the entire pack. And then from your background, you just need some 4.5-inch squares and that same 2.5 by 4.5-inch rectangle. So I have those ready to go. And we're going to start by sewing together a print and a background rectangle. And so Natalie, I'll let you do this.
Alrighty.
You would sew all 4 to make each of the corner units of your block. I have some already ready to go, so we'll just stitch one.
Okay. There you go.
Perfect. We'll go ahead and press this to the dark side. So set that seam, roll it back. Maybe if I can get it to go the way I want it to. There we go. Sometimes they have a mind of their own.
A little bit stubborn.
Yep. All right. And so then you're going to make 4 just like that. I have the other ones ready to go here. And so then now we'll move on to what's going to make the friendship star part of our block. And that is super easy. You're going to take that 4.5-inch background square and our 2.5-inch print squares that we cut, and we are just going to snowball one corner.
All right.
And so I can draw a line if we want. You can always press it
Draw a line, press a line, eyeball it,
whatever.
use your seam tape,
but
use the lines on your sewing machine.
Exactly. If you're not sure what snowball means, that we're just going to sew corner to corner there. And you would do that same thing to all 4. Again, just like we did with the little bar blocks.
I do love how when you're snowballing one corner, it typically doesn't matter which corner as long as they're all like the same.
Exactly, because you'll just spin that block. So,
Yeah.
And this is a great place to chain piece. You can just put them one after the other under the machine. Perfect. And so she's stitched right on that line corner to corner. Then we can just lay our ruler here. I feel like everything's sticking today.
Oh, not slippery, sticky.
Yeah.
Maybe we have a bit of static.
I don't know, must be. And so now we're just gonna press this and roll that corner back. And this method is gonna keep that square at 4.5, so it's not gonna change size. And now that is literally it as far as the
all the
hard
units
part.
are made.
All the units are made.
Yeah.
And so we just get to assemble our block now.
It's so fun.
It is really fun. And so we're going to start with that print 4.5-inch square, and we're going to put in these little snowballed corners so that they spin around the middle to create that friendship star, just like so. And then our bar blocks are also going to spin. So as we work our way around, we'll just turn it 45 degrees.
Very cool.
And that is it. Then you sew it together. It looks just like this.
All right.
And then it just set in the quilt 6 across by 7 down.
So you use every single print.
Every single print, the whole package.
That. Yeah.
So we've got this little 2.5-inch inner border that's just from our background, and then a 5-inch outer border with that nice floral. And then for the backing, I just use this kind of tonal print. I think it's really nice and goes with the quilt beautifully. I quilted it with this pattern called Marmalade, and I actually used a light pink thread, which I think looks really nice. This is a nice size quilt. It finishes at 85 by 97, so perfect for a twin size bed.
It's adorable.
Thank you.
I love it.
It's a fun one to make. And so Nat, I think you're up next.
All right. All right, so this is my quilt. I'm calling it Grand Square Stars. And I love it. I love how it turned out. I think it's just a really fun play on the block itself. So yeah, let me show you how to make it. All right, so to make this quilt, you're gonna need 1 package of print squares, and I have used Maple and Marigolds by Satin Moon Designs for Blank Quilting. You're gonna need some background fabric, about 4.5 yards, and I've used this Eggshell by Colorworks for Northcott. You'll need some border fabric. Your outer border is about 1.5 yards. And then your backing, you're gonna need 7.5 yards if you wanna use regular fabric with a vertical seam, or 2.5 if you have a 108. All right, so this is my block, and this is the quilt behind me. I'm calling it Grand Square Stars.
So pretty.
And you can see kind of how, when you put it together here, these little corners create that secondary star. I just think it's really fun. I enjoyed making this quilt. All right, so from your background, you're gonna need some 2.5 by 10-inch strips. You'll need some 2.5-inch squares and some 4.5-inch squares. So that will get cut and set aside, and then we're gonna take our 10-inch print squares, and I kind of like to stack up 2 to 4 at a time because you're gonna cut them all the same and then swap your middles.
Okay.
So we're gonna do basically the same cutting you did with a couple little, 1 or 2 little changes.
Little tweaks?
Yeah.
All right.
So this one gets cut down into our squares. So I'm cutting, first cutting it in half and then cutting this into our 4.5-inch squares for our centers. Let's see. Whoop. There we go. So we'll set those aside. From this piece, we're gonna cut a couple of 2.5 by 4.5-inch rectangles, trying to be efficient with our fabric, which, you know, to be fair, I could have just cut the 4.5-inch side first, but I did not. So what I'm gonna do is stack these and then cut them to match. Okay. 4.5. That's right. Well, let's just get back on track here. Okay.
Have to remind ourselves.
That's right. So we'll have our 4.5-inch rectangles, and then one of these is meant to be a 2.5 by 10-inch strip.
Okay.
And then the other bit gets cut into 2.5 by 4.5 inch rectangles.
Perfect.
So we use the whole thing. That one was a little bit of a wonky square.
It's sometimes nice though if you have more than
a little
less.
bit extra.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. It would have been much worse to.
Yeah, I'd always rather just square it up a bit.
Me too. Me too. All right, so that's our waist. So we'll get all of these stacked up. So we are making, basically it's the same as the original block, but all I did was snowball these corners.
Okay.
So the first thing we're gonna do is put our 10-inch square of print. This is not a 10-inch square.
A strip.
Our 10-inch strip, 2.5 by 10, with our background of the same size, and we're gonna stitch down one side.
Okay.
Using that 1/4 inch seam.
You got it. There we go.
All right, so next we're going to go ahead and just subcut this into 4 2.5 inch sections because we're using these to make our little unit. I'll show you the unit we're working on. It's these corners out here. And you'll notice this one side is the solid 2.5 by 4.5, and then this side is the little two patch that we're making right now.
Perfect.
So I want to see if I have enough space here to go all the way to the end. And I pretty much do. Okay. Got to make sure I can get all 4 out of it. So I need to know like where I can start and how that's got to look. All right, so we're just going to keep going and cut all 4 sections, and then we'll press them open.
Perfect.
And we'll have all 4 corners done on that. You know what I'm saying? You get everything you need to make your block. Okay. So I only need to do one because I've got mine made ahead of time. We're going to go ahead and set that seam and roll it back on towards the print side. Now we're going to go ahead and add our other print to the other side, and that creates that little unit. Then we'll snowball our corners.
Awesome.
And that's it. It's so easy.
It's such a great, the grand square block is such a great basis.
It's very versatile.
I had so many ideas of what to do with it, and I think it really is. It's a great beginner block. Both of these quilts are so simple and fun to make. So.
Yes. And I think they have a lot of interest.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so now we have this little section, and if I turn it up, it kind of looks like a little flower, and then you can see where your snowballed corners go. They're going to go on opposite corners, and we can draw the line. Is there a pencil in there, or do we just have that marker today?
Let me see. I've got this.
I'll use that one.
This little Sharpie.
Perfect.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter what you use to write because you're going to stitch right on top of it. But if you have something light, you might not want it to bleed through.
Exactly.
So I'm going to do that kind of light. Hopefully it won't bleed through.
That's perfect.
There we go. And then we're going to place these on these corners and stitch on the line, corner to corner. You can line them up both ways. One of the things I do too when I'm like looking at snowballing corners, you can make sure that you have that square in the middle, then you know they're lined up right.
Exactly.
If you're eyeballing, it helps.
All right, so then we're just gonna stitch right on
Yep,
that line.
right on the line. These are small squares, so if you wanted to go over, you could, but only if you're in the business of making really tiny things.
That's right. I think I will let those little leftover corners go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just always like to say, you know, that's possibilities.
Absolutely.
If you want to do it,
Yep.
use your
own free
fabric
will.
how you want.
Exactly.
All right, so I usually just trim, leaving a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and toss those. And then we'll set our seams and press back, roll them out or roll them back, whatever you might say. Okay,
Cute.
so we've got our corners, and I've got the rest of those made over here. They point in, and then you're going to put your little 4.5 inch square in the middle, and I just swapped out my print centers with other matching prints. And then we're gonna grab our background fabric, and that fills out the rest of it.
So this is also another whole different block that you could
Oh,
make.
I did it backwards.
Which now
Misty,
I'm seeing it. It's so cute.
Oh my gosh, you're so
cute.
right. Okay. You know what? I think, whoops, I just turned that back. We're all a little angly challenged sometimes.
It happens to all of us, but honestly, I was watching it and I was like, that's also adorable.
It's a star.
Yeah,
it really is.
You can't go wrong.
So, okay. Yes, background fabric faces in. You are correct, because otherwise we wouldn't have those little secondary stars.
Right, when you join them.
Okay, and that's it. So you'll put that together just like your traditional 9-patch assembly. And this is the finished block. It really is so simple. I love how it comes together. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 6 by 6.
Okay.
And I think, you could add an inner border. I didn't on this one. I've just got this 5-inch outer border. I think it looks really cute. So our backing is this beautiful floral print from the line. I think it turned out so great. The machine quilting pattern is called Botanical Blossoms, and I just think it's very pretty. It adds a little bit of interest, kind of cutesy, but also kind of elegant.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And this quilt finishes out at 81 by 81. So it's a great size for, picnics and twin beds and snuggling on the couch.
I love it. It's so fun.
So we actually have a fun surprise for you. We brought in one of the quilts that uses the original grand square block.
That's right.
You can see where that comes from.
Exactly. We've been using this as part of our charity sewing challenge for our Doan Girls retreats this year.
They come together so fast. I think people have had a lot of fun making them.
I agree.
But you can see the original block here has these 4 corners and then the center square, and it all matches. And so now you can see sort of the tricks and different things that we did
exactly
to play on the block. It's one of my favorite things to do, is to ask those questions. What if we did this? And double take is just part of the fun.
Exactly. It's so much fun. And so now you've seen 2 new ideas inspired by that original grand square pattern.
Yep.
So we hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you for the next double take.
That's right. Hey Quilty friends, we are so excited. We have something really special to share today.
That is right. Believe it or not, we have 1 million subscribers here on the Missouri Star YouTube channel, and we are so excited.
Yes, it really is unbelievable. I know when we first started our YouTube videos years ago, we never imagined that we would have a community this size and this wonderful.
From the bottom of our hearts, we just want to thank all of you for being a part of the Missouri Star family.
That's right. Thank you so much for joining us on this wild ride. We are so excited to have reached 1 million subscribers, and we are going to have so many more quilts and so much more fun in the future. I can't wait to see what happens next.
I can't either, and we hope that you will join us for the ride. We'll see you later.
Bye.